These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
The A-Team.
They don't make TV like the A-Team anymore,
It's the Jiggy team.
The Jiggy team.
I guess we have no face in this one.
Well, definitely not me. I'm more the crazy dude that flew the planes. You'd have to be Hannibal.
Oh, okay. I can deal with that.
He's BA.
I can deal
Yeah,
with
since you got
that.
the most media
Deal with
presence,
that.
with the most media presence, you'd have to be face. So you would have been on Battlestar Galactica.
You know, I
too.
actually have no idea about the A-Team at all. That's before my
Really?
time. Before my
Yeah,
time.
no shit, it was before your
Oh.
time.
And then they made a crappy remake movie like
Yes.
10 years ago, and it got abysmal reviews, so I didn't never go watch that. I try to avoid anything with like 4 stars out of a 10-star thing.
You didn't want to watch that talented Rampage Jackson?
Hey, I like Rampage Jackson, dude. That guy power on people and be like, ooh, in the UFC, like, what a badass.
So, when we have Star Maker Bowling on here in about 20 minutes, John
Talk wrestling.
John has said, talk wrestling. Don't
Because
talk
I wanna
politics.
I want to keep it in a good light.
I know, because we do a deal every year for our Christmas show. We always do a thing called Christmas with Star Maker Bowling, and we have him on Skype, and we
He's an
go back
awesome
and
guy.
forth. He's an awesome guy. He's got some great stories with wrestling.
We also does some great stuff with like charities.
Yeah.
Does other things. So
But we made the mistake of booking a.
what's this weed shit?
Well, okay. I made the mistake of booking a guy who was big Republican guy. He was talking about borders and he was talking about guns and all this stuff. And me and John were having a good discussion with him. And then Bolin got on and tore him one side down the other, and the guy hung up and left.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kenny's a really
Oh.
intelligent dude. He's got a lot of smart stuff. He's kind of like you. He's got a lot of sales and marketing and everything. I think that's what he actually went to college for. And his son, Chris, is just brilliant. And I guess his soon-to-be daughter-in-law, Chris's girlfriend, Maya, she's brilliant, too. I mean, they're all real super smart people.
Well, and that's good, man, because I really think like everyone who, especially if you want to get in this business, you need to go take some sales classes, do a webinar, dude. Go watch some YouTube stuff, like learn how to promote a little bit, because even if you're not promoting the event necessarily, you're promoting yourself, and that's a skill like that a lot of people don't have, and that'll make you stand out. One of the biggest things that I see is all these people want to fit in to what modern wrestling is, but if you're fitting in, you're not standing out, and that's not good.
Well, that too.
So,
Okay, talking about modern wrestling, what's your opinion? Do you think it would be better if people learned how to call matches in the ring to a point?
No.
To a point? Why not? Because you don't play to the crowd.
well,
I'm saying to a point. Yeah, you need to have spots, you need to have ideas, you need to know what your finish, what your start is, but then you have certain spots you call in there, but if the crowd's just shitting all over it, you got to learn how to change it.
oh, I agree there.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, so too often, though, people are like, take this pride on being able to call it in the ring, and then they don't call shit in the ring.
Well, you don't have
And
to
so they
call a
just
lot.
go in there, and then it's like, okay, I'm trying to guess what you're about to do, and I don't like doing that when it comes to safety. So
Well, like
I'd
when
rather us talk about, and I
Yeah, but
hate
I mean-
exposing the business like this, but I'd rather us talk about some stuff, and then go out there and do a good match that the fans can be like, damn, that was awesome. We need
Well,
to pay
it's
more
like,
to see this
Bret
next time.
Hart. Bret Hart didn't call everything strictly in the ring, but with certain people, they would have certain spots they wanted to do, so he would number them. So it was easier to remember, because, I mean, there's people like me, people like Steve Austin that can't hear everything sometimes, but he would number them. You knew exactly what your start was, you knew what your finish was going to be. But say, like, you had something you wanted to do, that was spot number 1. So you call off, okay, number 1. So you knew what to do. Number 2, you each had 2 spots you really wanted to get in, and then everything else was kind of makeshift. It's not that hard. It's like, you get in the ring and it's like, you can work an arm for 15 minutes and still be over with the crowd, but all you got to do is get somebody in the corner and you be like, stay, and you come charging in. Then you tell them to, tell them, move. They know it's their turn to take over.
Here's what I'll say with it.
Because then you get into that rest hold stuff.
But I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying
no. And I agree with you. I think it's a lost art to be able to call it in the ring. It's not something I'm super proficient at all.
Yeah, but you can call an audible and still get
I
back
can,
into it. That's what I'm saying.
Most of the guys I work with, how I do it, we will present each other a bunch of different ideas, and then, but we're never like, oh, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna, like, I don't lay it out step by step by step.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We just present each other with a bunch of different ideas. And then when I'm in there, we'll be like, "Hey, let's do that thing." Okay, cool.
Let's do that.
Yeah, you'll discuss.
I'm actually good with
But that way, I know kind of what, like, we don't number it necessarily, but a similar system. But I think
Let's do that thing. That's awesome.
Do your shit, man.
yeah. Well,
Hey,
get your shit in.
I tell people that all the time. Get your shit in.
Just remember, at the end of the day, # Drake goes over. But no, I mean,
that kid.
Best wrestler in Kansas wrestling right now.
Oh, I agree. I think it's between him and Chris Vale.
I
Don't
love
get me
Chris.
wrong,
I love Chris Vale. I would put Leo D over Chris. Right now, I think if Paradox wasn't sandbagged into a tag team, and I don't say sandbagged as in
I know
like,
what you mean.
but like you can't
Get stuck.
show off quite as much in tag team
He's
wrestling
good.
as you
I
can.
like him a lot too.
But I think if Paradox was on his own again and really wanted to dial it up to 11, we'd have a guy that's ready for that next level. I love Chris Vale, and I think he's a phenomenal talent, and I'll never take anything away from him.
Yeah.
And, obviously other people do too, because he got selected for the Japan tryout. And
Well, what I like about him is he improves every time.
and he's got a good look, a marketable look.
Yeah.
I can put that on a poster and sell it. See, I would rather you be really fat and ugly and grotesque looking,
Okay,
and people
so like
hate
me.
you, or be in really good shape. No, like people are like, Holmes, you don't have a great body, but I have a good look because I look like that mean son of a bitch that's in a bar that would fight with you.
Oh yeah.
Like I look like like you look at my promo pictures and I look like I smell like whiskey. Okay, but Chris Vale looks like a very polished athlete.
He looks like he smells like.
Well, I'm telling you, like I look like and especially for my gimmick, my body type fits. Like that's the guy. When you think of like a super nationalistic
Drunk redneck.
redneck,
Drinking natural.
like a very conservative
Drinking
style
natural.
character. That's what's in a lot of people's head based on what the media always shows. So that's my character fits. Chris Vale looks like a very polished athlete, and then on the flip side of that, you've got like a guy like Kit Reaver who maybe doesn't have the killer body that Chris Vale has, but he's got that unique kind of twisted
Killer body. I thought you were getting ready to make a segue to
look.
Killer Carl.
You know what I mean? So
Rumor has it that Chris Vale will be wrestling Killer Carl soon, or Prince Vale, or
Whatever.
King Vale right now because he's a champ.
I don't think his promo picture's going to be so pretty after that.
Well,
he needs a few scars. He's polished. Yeah, he's polished, but
Needs a few
we're going to knock a little of that shine off him.
the other guys that I think have
Carl's the only guy
killer,
that can hurt people
you know,
during
like
an interview.
just a great look.
By the way, one of our Facebook people has is saying that Aaron Helms looks like a what is it? You look like a fat gay accountant, according to James Underwood.
Hey, that's all right.
James Underwood, good dude like that. But he kind of looks like a homeless vagrant that's actually got trimmed up before he went out to try to get a job at McDonald's.
It's because I shaved my beard. I look like a grown sixth grader
See,
right
that's
now.
what-
So
I think you look like that giant exchange kid from like the Nickelodeon cartoon.
Nickelodeon cartoon.
see,
Trying to
here's
remember which one
what
I like.
happened. I went to shave, and normally my barber does it, but I'm broke, so I was trying to do it myself. No, not really, but I was was trying to do it myself because I was in a hurry, and I nicked it. And because you can't be going into business meetings looking like Call of the Wild Man, like I just got done doing. Well, I mean, really, I can't look like I just got done doing a Naked and Afraid challenge and walk into this damn business meeting. Like it doesn't work out.
Naked and Afraid.
Well, best show on Sunday nights. Let me just let you know. But so I nicked one whole side of it, and I was like, you know what? It's just got to go. Hopefully, by the time Great American Brawl rolls around in 2 weekends, I will have a full beard again.
As long as you're not bumping Naked and Afraid, we're all right.
Oh, well, we leave that to...
That's the next
We leave that to
stipulation
Kenny
match.
Zombie Jones. No.
It's the next stipulation match. Aaron Helms against Kenny Zombie Jones in a Naked and Afraid match.
That's right.
He would be very afraid if you saw me naked.
Dude, I have no full-length mirrors in my apartment because I don't want to see that by accident.
But, no, but when we talk about, like, especially on the local level, guys that just have a great look, I like legit Leo D is one of those guys that looks like a phenomenal athlete. Dallas Cade's one of those guys who...
You know who you're going to crack up, who I find one of my favorites?
Oh.
Your tag team partner. I love the look Bubba Sutton has.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Bubba's got a good look. And
It's perfect, and he portrays it. I mean, it's him.
The thing I'm trying to figure out with the whole Bubba Sutton thing, how was he ever a face?
dude, even right now, people still love him.
Is he?
Because he's relatable, man. You know, he's like your crazy Uncle Jerry or something that comes down with the moonshine on Thanksgivings. Bubba Sutton is a relatable character.
Some people call it special, other people just call it an alcoholic. I mean, you know, hey.
Hey, it's Kansas. He gets right.
But, I mean, there's...
Wait a sec. Someone has I wish I had a white glove so I could go over and pop Aaron with it because he's been challenged. He is... Let me make sure I get this right. Flex Reed says, you know, I just heard Aaron Helms say that he looks like a tough guy, American fighter. Let's see if hands can throw them hands. Jiggy, sign it up. Flex versus Aaron Helms in a smoker fight.
I don't remember any of that being said.
I don't know.
Why?
Is he trying to create an angle where there is none?
Is there a big smoker fight hutch scene or what?
I mean...
There's a big smoking scene in usually meth or...
If Flex wants to throw hands, we can throw hands. I'm not afraid to fight him.
Oh my
I mean, dude, I'll beat the brakes off you if you want me to. Like, I'm a businessman and I'm a friend and I respect Flex.
Well, yeah. I like Flex.
As long as
But at the end of the
Justin and I
day,
are on the same show.
I'm a man and you're not gonna challenge me.
No.
and think
No.
that I'm just some bitch that's gonna back down. I'm not. I will fuck your world up if you want.
Fuck your world up. That's awesome.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I know what I'm doing a little bit. When
Well,
it comes
yeah.
to, I have 3 older brothers. I mean, I've been around fighters for my whole life. I know what I'm doing a little bit. And if that's what he wants, we could do it.
I don't know.
Cage, we can put him in the cage.
I'm
He
good.
said, sweet, let's do this. What
I'm
is
good for about-
happening here?
I'm good for about 25, 30 seconds, and my old fat ass is tired.
Happening here.
So, I mean, tell him to reach out to me, because if there's the heat there for a fight, okay, but let's figure it out. I mean,
Make some money off it.
Wow. I like Killer Carl's thing. Let's make some money out.
well, that's at the end of the day. I'm not fighting at a bar. Let's do it for some cash. I mean, it's a business.
Hey, come on, it's not Mad Rocks down in Derby. I mean,
Oh man, I don't disrespect that bar. That's my favorite place to go. So.
same thing mean. I'm just saying something that everybody knows.
Oh, by the way, last night I have to throw this out there because I was asked to,
Is there
but
naked
also
pictures?
because no, there isn't, but there's video.
Okay.
Kenny Zombie Jones wrestled in Nebraska.
Yeah, I just got through talking
last
about that.
night. Yes, and he wore his Flash Gordon zombie tights, which he wore those at the last Hutch show. Not the one that Killer Carl was the main event star on, but the but the one at the last one at the who.
kidding.
The last one at the mall. And I said, Zombie Jones, he's here to save every one of us. And we are so screwed. He wore those he wore those tights last night in Nebraska, and apparently at a Comic-Con, the Flash Gordon guy, Sam Jones,
make the
was there.
wrestlers wait outside like Hutchison did.
Yes. And
That was an issue with the venue, I believe. I don't know, I wasn't there, but
I was. That's the reason I'm seeing him being a smart ass about it.
well, apparently he went up to Sam Jones and showed him the tights, and Sam Jones was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you did this," which is really funny about the Sam Jones Flash Gordon guy. He doesn't understand why he's such a big deal. He doesn't get it.
Oh, I love that movie.
And so when people come up to him, like there's a documentary somebody made on Flash Gordon, and there was a bunch of guys that showed up cosplayed as the Hawkman at one of his very first Comic-Cons. And he's like, "Hey, where'd you guys get those outfits made?" And they're like, "We didn't get them made, we built them." And he's like, "What?" So he doesn't understand all this. Well, while he was there, he asks Kenny, he goes, "So were you a wrestler?" And I know there's so many things you guys could say about that. But, and he was like, "Hey, could you walk me to the ring?" And so he went and got the promoter, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, sure." So there's video somewhere of Kenny and, who did you say? Donnie Pepper Cricket? Is that his name?
yeah, Donnie's awesome.
Yeah, he's like one of my best buds.
And they had Flash Gordon in their corner.
It's a Pro Wrestling Phoenix show up there.
And so, that was pretty awesome. But, Kenny wanted me to mention that, and I had to mention that.
Well, it's pretty cool for
And
Kenny.
apparently Flex Reed says, "Sweet, let's do it." James Underwood said, "When's the next smoker?" Well, the next smoker is, shockingly, August 10th in Salina, Kansas.
Shameless plug.
Yep, and being presented by XWE Wrestling and Triple Thunder.
Triple A Promotions.
Yeah,
It's Chris the Voice's
Yeah,
company.
and one of those deals that I know a lot of people had wanted to kind of intermingle those two worlds for a minute. And
originally I was going to fight Kenny on that show, and I was going to put my fake belt up against his social media belt, but he lost his social media belt last weekend, and I'm like, well, I want nothing to do with Bubba Sutton, so I guess this match is off.
Well, and then, if you fought Bubba Sutton, then you'd have to fight Aaron Helms and Eddie Rydell, and
it just never ends.
Turns into a big deal.
Kind of like those guys fighting to see who does their cousin first, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. This is not Alabama.
Mississippi, yeah, get it right.
It's not Dyersburg, Tennessee, by any chance.
Hey, home of the Golden Boy Greg Anthony, one of the best wrestlers I've
I
ever
love
learned
that guy.
from.
I'm just amazed that when
guy
I
is
went down
awesome.
there,
He was actually the one who, this sounds dumb, but he taught me how to make my European uppercuts look 100 times better, because I was throwing them and I was not getting like the oomph I wanted out of them. And well, no, it wasn't that. It was
So
the,
if you can
the
find-
nice sound with it, and
Right.
just like hitting them kind of where I wanted to, because I was hitting people kind of inaccurately, and it, punched people in the throat on accident.
See if you
Punch
can
him in the
get
neck.
any of the stuff from their old promotion they had in Arkansas, I think it was, or whatever, traditional championship wrestling. It was on.
Traditional championship
No, it was
wrestling.
awesome, dude. They just kind of ran out of money on it because they had like Chris Cruz and Ken Resnick and stuff as the
Oh, wow.
commentators and everything. It was awesome. It was a great product. But see if you can find that. It's on YouTube. And I mean, watch as much as that you can. Greg Anthony is awesome. He just, he's got a weird look to a point, but I mean, that dude is money in the ring. He's money on the microphone. He's good, real good.
so we are going to be trying to connect here in 5 minutes with the great Starmaker Bolin. So we are going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we will. In fact, what is this? Let me try to find some
One of
cool.
those things where you may be able to get stronger and faster, right?
That's right.
Add inches.
Add inches.
I can tell you it doesn't work.
It's like we'll do a Blue Chew ad or something. I don't know.
Yeah, to be quiet, that's close to home.
I'm
Okay,
like-
jackass.
I'm like, they, you know, they hang out with everybody. Why
It's the only
can't they
time I see
hang
my
out with
willies
us?
when I take one of those. Come on now.
Oh, what is this? I think we're getting a call from Starmaker Bowling right now. Holy smokes. Kenny, there he is.
I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to do something that I've never done.
What are you doing?
I'm actually going to... Can y'all hear me good?
Yes, sir.
We've
Yes,
got you,
sir.
sir. Yes.
I'm actually, instead of doing the show from my PC, I'm going to do the show sitting from the comfort of my recliner as I watch the Red Sox and Yankees playing live in London, England. And I just witnessed baseball history in the first goddamn inning. I saw something today in one inning of baseball that I've never seen in the history of me watching Major League Baseball. So I'll let it be a surprise for those that have recorded the game or what have you. But because
No spoilers from Kenny Starmaker Bowling.
no, I don't spoil anything except for revealing that Cornette is a homophobic racist. But other than that,
Oh, that's a fresh reveal there.
yeah.
Why is he a homophobic racist, Starmaker?
Well, he doesn't.